Big up VocalCitizen. Thanks for covering us on your channel every time, and all your support means so much to me.
This is VocalCitizen. Want to say it the square one?
Thank you, VocalCitizen. Love you.
Congratulations on 10,000 subscribers. That's awesome.
I change up my format per whatever the guest is comfortable with. That's why
I gotta overcomplicate things.
As you guys can see, Bemusing Bill is in my studio once again, and he is forcing me to react to something I've not heard. Jerome Evardone is the artist.
Evardone.
From the Philippines. And Bill, what am I about to watch? Is this a talk show? What is this?
This is a TV show in the Philippines called Eat Bulaga. Was my very first reaction. So I'd never heard of this show before. It's kind of like a contest where the contestants are singing songs by other artists and like impersonators or mockingbirds. They're able to channel that original artist. There's a lot of really, really amazing artists on this show. This blew me away, and I really was happy to share this with you.
I've never heard of this artist, so this will be a first-time reaction for me. Make sure you go support Jerome Evardone and Eat Bulaga TV. Shout out to Bill for bringing this to the channel. Let's see if I like it. Let's get
And salamat to my Filipino friends.
Salabat.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
What? What?
Yeah.
Who is that imitator? His last name is Friend. Matt Friend, is that his name? The guy who does the perfect imitations? Is this a little Matt Friend? He sounds exactly like Elvis. He's got the gospel attitude. But the depth, that hollowness, that lovely well of deliciousness that is Elvis Presley's voice. How did he manage to nail that? I thought that was an intrinsic quality just specific to Elvis Presley.
Right. He sounds like Elvis from the albums.
He does. Perfect pitch, I'm guessing. He has to have perfect pitch to be able to be Elvis Presley.
He's definitely has that baritone range, but the vibrato and the breathiness of it, the tonality of it. I mean, close your eyes. I don't know if you'd be able to hear a difference. Like you would think that this is Elvis.
So I have listened to Elvis Presley all my life. I used to fall asleep listening to Elvis Presley Greatest Hits that came out in the 70s, and I can't tell a difference. But it's beyond the vocal mechanics. It's beyond the natural talent. How does this young person who was not raised in the South, how has he nailed the flavor and the attitude and the minutia that is proper gospel singing, the placement, how guttural you have to go with it?
That's why my Filipino friends are like, no, this is Elvis reincarnated. Like this is him being channeled through this young man. He is like this.
He's a conduit. Let's just leave it at this. I have never heard anyone cover Elvis and embody Elvis and channel Elvis before.
I've never heard anything so dead on in my
on. You can't embody that river of consciousness unless you lived that river of consciousness.
And then you would have to have
he's doing it. He's doing it though.
Right. And you would have to have that vocal ability anyway to be at the right range. You could see he's so calm. He's so like natural about this. It's like his frequency and Elvis's frequency are the same, and he is just connected to that outside energy. It's I don't know how to describe. Look at the scrolling banner. That's hilarious.
All right, I backed it up. Let's go.
Right.
Shall I river flows
Come on.
surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too.
No, Jerome. No, sir. You're not just going to put your hand in your pocket and be casual.
It's nothing. Like, this is, you know, his demeanor is just so amazing. So amazing.
That's because the king is in control. It's not him. The king has leapt into his body and taken over. What other explanation is there? This is not natural. This is not normal. I feel like I'm being punked. I know you wouldn't punk me, Bemusing Bill.
Never.
But I feel like
Never.
I'm being punked, like it's a backing track and he's just really good at lip syncing. I understand that it's not, my brain cannot process this. He's nailing the whole suave, cool crooner that Elvis, well, he is embodying not only the voice, but the spirit. All congratulations to Jerome for fashioning himself into a conduit and understanding the calling that clearly came with the gift you have. Like a perfect, flawless copy, and that should not be possible. The thickness of Elvis Presley's neck. Let's just start there.
Right,
We
the
all
physiology of the
right, the physiology of the vocal tract and the folds and the thickness of the neck
You
and
got
how
it.
much compression you get.
Yes.
You know, using your diaphragm and digging into the floor with the balls of your feet.
And the nasal cavities, you know.
Where you place your larynx and your pharynx.
Right.
And how this boy is just super fine-tuned into exactly that should not be possible to be a voice print for someone who has been gone for such a long time. It just makes no sense to me. What your brain is imprinted because you've heard the album a million times, that doesn't mean your voice is capable of doing it. And somehow his is. That's crazy to me.
Right.
Crazy to me.
You got it.
Let's go.
For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things you know are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you.
Show off.
For I can't help falling in love with
Yeah.
My whole perception of reality is warped and twisted. Thanks, Bill.
Yes.
Take that.
You got it. That's me in a nutshell.
I bring
Twisting
you
the fabric of reality.
space and time.
Yeah.
Beginning was not a perfect rendition of the original recording delivery. When I was talking about that, I was talking in terms of the perfection of the voice, which should not be possible because they have different anatomies. Then he started doing his own variations, which I very much appreciated, but also sent shivers down me timbers because when Elvis would perform these songs later on, as he would tour, and especially during his multiple residencies in Vegas, he would make alterations,
Of course.
much like Jerome
sure.
just did. So Jerome was not only singing an original that he's heard a million times, but generations apart from when this person was born, from when Elvis passed away.
Which was 1977. This man wasn't even
1977.
this man wasn't even born in the 20th century. You know,
He wasn't even a twinkle in his grandpa's eye yet.
No way.
Okay.
No way.
And yet he is able to improvise in exactly the way Elvis would improvise. And
Right.
that should not be a connection that's made.
Right. And that's how you know there's no trickery going on where he's lip syncing to the actual
Right.
recording.
He changed the delivery and a little bit of the cadence of the outro there. Just a little bit. He did what was it? 2
Little bit.
modifications there at the beginning of the phrase that he did to be like, yeah, this is mine. You roped me into this forced reaction. Now I'm roping you into coming back on my channel. So
Absolutely.
you can show me more of this young man's work. because-
Absolutely.
Oh my, what is, oh, really?
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart?
Come on.
Sing
Does
through into
your
that note.
memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there?
No, no. How does you can mimic a vibrato if you really, really work at it. Breath control and the breathy, the airy parts as it right before the end of the phrase, like the penultimate note right before the phrasing ends on the line. How does he? That should
Right.
not be possible. He has perfect pitch. That is the only explanation. He has perfect pitch, and he has such a masterful control over his vocal. How though? How? But he shouldn't be getting the chest voice and the depth and the resonance and with the color. Yes, he can achieve the color, but you understand what I'm saying. Should
Yeah.
not be able to get that booming resonance that he's controlling so perfectly to match the intensity of Elvis's original delivery.
I know. That's what
He-
kills me. This blew him up. This put him on the map.
The fact that he can force whatever vocal anatomy he has to sound like Elvis
Right.
with a completely different vocal anatomy and have all of the subtleties and nuances that just came naturally to Elvis, to train his voice to do that
Right.
naturally,
Right.
especially in a live setting. That is crazy.
How would he express himself doing something like Hound Dog?
It's Hound Dog, for God's sake, but I think he would come at it from a more introspective, muted place so
mean-
that he could get into the vocal minutia.
Right.
I would love to hear him do that. We need
I
need
know.
to go on an exploration. What did you do to me? All right, let's go ahead and finish the song out.
Okay.
Picture me there.
Oh,
Is your heart filled with pain?
wow.
Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Oh, that was the end. I am the worst person at picking places to pause, man. I have
Just-
to look him up.
Just
Does he have a-
phenomenal.
That's stupid. That's just, my brain is glitching out. Right now, how is that? How is it possible? There's a huge difference between being able to impersonate someone and being able to embody and sing while perfectly impersonating someone, but also infuse the emotion and the emotional intent of the song, delivering it in a way, oftentimes outside of the recorded version, but still being able to infuse Elvis Presley's
the quirks, the mannerisms, the emotion.
Exactly. Being as young as Jerome is, in my opinion, there is no explanation for how he's able to embody the proper spirit of Elvis. No matter how much video he's watched, there is a vocal quality to Elvis Presley.
Right, exactly right.
And a vocal style that's just rooted in his soul, which is gospel and blues and the weird, strange, delightful, delicious, wonderful way that Elvis Presley was raised is very specific to that time, that era. What's stunning to me is that he is channeling the spirit. What he has is ephemeral. I'm blown away. I need more. You guys, down in the comments, send me links. Fill me up with links. I promise you, there aren't enough links to exhaust me. And maybe Bill will come along on that ride. Thank you so much for being on my channel, for spending this time with me today. I love you so much.
I love you, Deb. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed. I knew you would enjoy.
Oh,
and I had a blast.
Make sure you go visit Bemusing Bill. He is the king of the live stream. His live streams are so much fun. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Thank you, Deb.